Good morning, students. In the previous video, I have explained to you that is the concept of opportunity cost of the same unit. Now in this video, I am going to explain you the next topic, that is called marginal opportunity cost, or the another name of is marginal rate of transformation, that is change. Okay. So now what is marginal opportunity cost? If the resources are transferred from one use to another, here one use to another means from use of one good to another, then there would be a loss in the production of one good in order to increase the output of other. So this I have already explained to you in the concept of PPC, that we have to sacrifice some value, then only we can gain or produce the another unit of or an extra unit of another good. So what is opportunity cost? Marginal opportunity cost is the rate at which we are sacrificing the unit of one good for gaining the unit of another good. So marginal rate of transformation is the rate at which the unit of one good are sacrificed to produce one more unit of other good, and it is also known as rate of sacrifice. It means how much you are sacrificing from one good. Suppose this is good X and this is good Y. Okay, and we have already learned about the assumptions of PPC, and this concept is also related to PPC. Opportunity cost is also the related topic of PPC. So these all topics are interrelated. So we have already discussed that at one time economy will produce two goods, that is good X and good Y. If an economy wants to raise or make production of good Y, then he has to sacrifice the unit of good X, or you can take good Y or good X accordingly. So it means for producing an extra unit of one good, you have to sacrifice the unit of another good. So that sacrificing rate is called marginal opportunity cost or marginal rate of transformation, and this loss is marginal opportunity cost, and technically it is termed as marginal rate of transformation. And what is the formula of calculating MRT? MRT is calculated as unit of one good sacrifice. It means how much unit you have sacrificed of one good upon unit of other good gain. It means when you will sacrifice some unit of one good, then only you can produce some unit of other good. So unit of one good sacrifice, how much you have sacrificed upon how much you have gained, and it is also known as delta Y, and delta Y is for sacrificing good, okay, and delta X is for gaining good. So this is the formula of calculating marginal opportunity cost. So suppose, let's explain with an example. Suppose an economy produces only two goods, says wheat and cloth. Okay, you can take any other name also. So worker is employed in the production of wheat. Suppose a worker is employed in a production of wheat because he is best suited for. Okay, economy is doing the production of wheat and cloth. You can take any other example, it's not compulsory. Okay, so if a worker is busy in doing the production of wheat, okay, and why he is doing so? Because he is best suited for it. So if the economy decides to reduce the production of wheat and increase the production of cloth, because we have already explained that we have to sacrifice something, then only we can gain something. So economy has decided to reduce the production of wheat for producing an extra unit of cloth. So for this, worker will be transferred to the production of cloth because the resources are limited, technology would remain constant. So due to these assumptions, from these the resources which are utilizing, we have to transfer the resources, that is labor, in the production of cloth. However, he is not that efficient in production of cloth, as he was in wheat, because I have already explained to you that labors are best suited for the production of wheat, not that much efficient and capable of doing the production of cloth, but the resources are limited, so we have to transfer the we have to transfer the resources from one use to another. So what will happen then as a result, the productivity in cloth will be low. Okay, production will be low, and due to which MOC will rise. MOC means more and more unit we have to sacrifice, then only we can gain one extra unit. So this is all about the marginal opportunity cost. Now let's explain with the example. There are two goods, good Y and good X. You can take good Y, wheat. This is wheat and this is rice. You can take any other example. Okay, so you can see in this illustration that the combination A shows that all the resources are busy in producing wheat, not in rice. And at the same time, if we will put all the resources in the production of rice, then zero production of wheat. So another possible combinations are B, C, D. What you are seeing in this with this illustration, that if we will sacrifice 10 units, firstly it was 100, then second time it was 90, it means we have sacrificed 10 units, then only we are able to produce an extra unit. Again 90 to 70, it means we have sacrificed 20 units, then only again we are producing an extra unit, and then we have sacrificed 30 units, then 40 units, and then only we are gaining one additional unit. So how you will calculate delta Y? Delta Y is a change in the sacrificing unit of Y. Y is for wheat. It means firstly it was dash I have put. Why I have put dash? Because before that there is a no production visible. So we will put dash over there in delta X also and in MOC also. Okay. So delta Y is what? Delta Y is first dash. Second is firstly it was 100, then it was 90. It means how much we have reduced or how much we have sacrificed? 10. Then out of 90 to 70, 20, then 30, then 40. You have to just put minus. Same in delta X also. Firstly it will be put dash. Then how much we have gained? 1 unit. Then again 1 to 2, 1 unit. Then 1. It means every time we are gaining one extra unit, but for that one extra unit we are sacrificing more and more units. So this is what we call MOC, marginal opportunity cost. It means we are sacrificing more and more for gaining an extra unit. Then how you will calculate MOC? Delta Y upon delta X, 10 upon 1, 20 upon 1, 30 upon 1, 40 upon 1. So what you are seeing, that MOC is rising. MOC is rising 10, 20, 30, 40. It is continuously increasing, and due to increasing MOC, the shape of PPC is concave. Okay. So the reason behind the concave shape of PPC is increasing MOC. So you can plot this, and I have already explained to you that the good which we are sacrificing will be put on y-axis and gaining good will be put on x-axis. So move from 70 to 40. This is delta Y. It means we are sacrificing 30 units, then only we can produce 2 to 3. That is one additional unit, that is delta X. So this delta is, this portion is your MRT. This is your rate at which we are sacrificing, and this is the rate at which we are gaining same time. So this is MOC. So MOC is the slope of PPC. MOC is the slope of PPC, or in other words we can say that the shape of PPC totally depends on MOC. If the MOC is continuously increasing MOC, then the shape is concave. If the MOC is decreasing, then shape will be convex, and if the MOC is constant, then this shape is straight. Okay, so this is all about MOC. In the next video I am going to explain the properties of PPC.